Hey guys, welcome back to Hendrickson Family Farm. In today's video we are going to be making Emma some jump stands for her jumping. So we'll be able to put the jumps across there. We're going to make it just like this here. It's 4 foot tall and the legs are 2 foot. Try to maybe go to 16 inches so they're not sticking out as far. Nina said she would like them not to be sticking out quite so far. And I did have to go buy a couple new boards for this, but the boards for the uprights, I had those and I'm just reusing what I have. It's getting close to feeding time, but I'm gonna try to whip these together real fast. So Emma has them for her riding lesson. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut them at 16 inches, the rails for the bottom for the stand, and then we are going to get them screwed on. I already cut the post earlier. I got busy and I wasn't thinking and I didn't grab the camera, but I just cut those right at 4 foot long a piece. They had it kind of have a little, they're not square on the top, but I didn't cut the top, I only cut the bottom. But we're gonna get these cut real quick. Landon had his first day of driver's ed today. Ava's birthday was yesterday. We'll talk to her a little bit later when they get home. They went to town to do something. I had to go pick up Landon at his driving class, and then I let him drive home. He did really good. He's got some transitions that he needs to kind of clean up a little bit, like the turning. It's real kind of jerky. Setting his blinker without taking his hand off the wheel, because they want him to do that in the test. They don't want him to take their hand off, because now, at least whenever I did my driving test, it was they wanted your hand at 10 and 2. Now they want it at 9 and 3. It makes it a little easier to sit there and reach the blinker with your left hand. So he just has to work on a few little things. The stopping and going, he's got that pretty well figured out from, you know, driving out on the farm a lot. Because Landon does drive out here a lot, because it's handy. When I say, hey Landon, go get the truck, I can just let him go get the truck. When I'm out there working on tractor or we're hauling hay or something, I can have him go get it. This last year, Ava actually drove the truck while we were hauling hay, and Emma could too. It's not, I don't have any doubt in any of the kids being able to do it. But we're gonna go ahead and get this cut up real quick and get a couple of them put together. I have 3 more to do, and we'll show you guys how to do it real quick. So what I'm doing here is I'm lining them up ends to ends. Now, by all means, they don't have to be perfect, but if I do that, then I can cut 2 at a time instead of 1. It's just deals for Emma's jump, so they don't have to be perfect. It's more about speed today. So we're gonna go 16 inches instead of 2 foot like I was saying. We're gonna shorten them by about 8 inches. I still think that they'll be fine. We'll test one before we build them all that way. So I don't have a pencil out here with me, but so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a screw and I'm just gonna come here and I'm gonna mark 16 inches, and I'll be able to hit it with my laser on my saw. And that'll be good enough for what we're doing. We're not getting precise here. We're just building some stuff. Whoop! Drop my screw. And this is just an old tape measure. I don't know if I've had that thing for probably 10-15 years. It's a good old screw, or tape measure. It's a good old tape measure. So I'm just kind of curious what brand of cordless tool you guys like. I'm a Milwaukee fan personally. I will use anything that I have. The last job I had, they replaced my stuff, my DeWalt stuff with Milwaukee because someone stole it. So they got me Milwaukee. So now I've just stayed on Milwaukee because all my tools are Milwaukee. But I do still have some. I do still have some DeWalt as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get it pretty close. We'll leave it a little proud. On this side we won't. So we won't tighten this screw until we set it down on the concrete and make sure our pole is level. So we're going to do it that's how I'm going to do it anyhow. Like I say, this isn't about preciseness, it's just a horse jump. And I don't like to have to buy wood very often. I like to use what I have here on the farm. And we're just going to put the old eagle eye on it, make sure she's straight. So it's like that right now. And then we'll put 2 more feet on it. I'm going to get both of them this time so I don't have to keep bending over. So now that we got both of those on, we'll take this one and we'll make sure that we're flush on this one and this one here. And then we'll put a screw in it. And then we'll start the screw over here on this side so we can tighten it up here in a minute. After we set it down and make sure it's square. So you could put a level on it if you wanted to, but I actually traced it off of that back wall. You done? I traced it off of that, or I looked off of that back wall. The back wall's pretty straight. So that's just how we're gonna do it. Straight that way and shoot straight this way. So then just tighten your screws up. Woo. So now we have to drill holes up the side of them, and I'm going to put them every 6 inches up the deal. So Nina can raise Emma's height every 6 inches because she's got to be at 12, 18, 24, and then so on from there. So we'll make us a storyboard. What a storyboard is we'll drill holes in one board, we'll measure it out, and then we'll be able to go drill holes every 6 inches up through this board, and then we'll just clamp it onto our post boards, and then every one of them will be identical. That way we don't have to measure a bunch of them. We can just measure one time, drill one time, and then just re-drill through those holes, and it'll make it a lot faster. So I gotta look around and see if I have another board I can use for a storyboard. Storyboard is it's just gonna tell us the story. So we're gonna get our tape measure up, and we'll just go to 45 inches every 6 inches for our feet. So we want to be at an even width. Let me move this drill. Be at an even distance along our board here. I already have it marked out. So you come down, we went 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. And then we'll run our tape measure right beside our 2-inch mark. Like so. So we're even distance all the way down our board. And then every 3 inches, we're gonna pop a hole. I really think that's gonna be plenty of holes. Well, maybe I should have measured this on one. We better grab one real fast because I may have just messed up. That'll put our first one at a foot. 18 inches, 24. Actually, I think that works out perfect. I think that worked out perfect by accident. You guys understand the idea behind the storyboard? You clamp it on there, you drill your holes so they're in the same location on all of your boards. You don't come and have to measure every one of them. You only have to measure it once and then drill them and then just come back and just drill all of them. But you got to clamp it on there, and that's the idea behind the storyboard. I kind of did woodworking as a hobby for a little while, so I have a lot of the tools to do it all, and I really enjoy woodworking. I just don't have the time to do it. So I've built a couple tables, some of the living room furniture in the house. I've built coffee tables and such. Now I just don't have the time, and I need a shop, to be honest with you. I don't have enough space. Nina's wanting to turn this into an outdoor, like, covered patio, but put screen around it, because in the wintertime the mosquitoes are just horrendous around here. So that's the plan, and hopefully one day I'll be able to have a shop. Well, you know, there's needs and wants. I can always work out here. Yeah, sometimes it slows me down because of the weather, but it still works. So, well, with that being said, guys, it's going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one.